Hey y'all, so we're going to be talking about marriage. So recently I was watching this video about this lady talking about does marriage really matter? And to me it's really obvious, it matters. Okay, so for all you niggas who are wondering what the fuck is marriage? Marriage is the legally or formally recognized union of two people as partners in a personal relationship. So I have a whole bunch of points about why marriage matters. Number one is marriage is the pinnacle of a relationship. To me, it is the end goal. It's the end goal of a relationship. When you're dating someone, like the reason why you date someone is you're trying to see if that person would be a good husband or a good wife, you know? You're not just dating them because, oh, you're bored and you're curious. That should be the end goal. I know people date for the wrong reasons because they're bored, they're lonely, that person looks nice. But the real goal of a relationship is to see if it's gonna equate to you guys coming together, you know, legally and spiritually, you know, so you can start a family. Another thing too is you should only receive the benefits of marriage when you're married. Now, like, I have a problem with people who are like, oh, just because I don't believe in marriage, why shouldn't I get the benefits of marriage? My thing is this, like, if I did not serve a term in the army or in the Navy, or I never enlisted into the military, does that mean that I should qualify for military benefits? Fuck no. Fuck no. You know why? Because I didn't fucking enlist into it. And I feel like it's entitled to say that, oh, you know, I should get those benefits because it'll be really helpful for my life when I don't even fucking qualify for them. That's so fucking entitled. Like, no. Like, my thing is this, you don't have to spiritually believe in marriage, but like, in order to get those benefits, you have to go to the government and sign up for a marriage license. Nobody's saying is that you have to have that same belief, you know? Like, I always have problem with people who talk about, you know, like, why do I have to get married to get the benefits? Because you have to get married to get the benefits. Nobody said that you have to go to a church and get married. We're just saying that those documentations, you need to get them in order to have the benefits. Another thing too is failed marriages come from individuals who participate in the union, not the actual concept of marriage. People actually fail at marriages for numerous reasons. Some people fail at marriages because they're fucking selfish. Some people fail at marriage because they married the wrong people. Like, trust me, that happens a lot. They thought that this person is who they thought they were, but they turned out to be a different person because they didn't really prove that person of who they were. You know, they only dated for like, it was boyfriend and girlfriend for like 2 months, and then they got married, and it turns out this person is freaking controlling, you know? Or infidelity problems, like they're cheating, like they're cheaters. They're not loyal people. They're not trustworthy people. People fail a lot of times at marriage for different reasons. But it doesn't mean that marriage is the problem. It's the people. They need to actually change, or they need to take marriage seriously before they engage into it. Another thing is some people get married for the wrong reasons. Reasons like being financially secure, you know, like aka that other person got money, you know. Like, I see that a lot, especially when it comes to, like, not to be rude, but to some college students. Like, sometimes they'll just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry the person, like that person's gonna be a doctor or engineer, and I'm like, you don't really know this person. They're like, whatever, I'm gonna be financially secure and we're gonna be comfortable. But I'm like, you don't really know who he is or she is. Another wrong reason that some people get married is to fulfill their sexual needs. They're like, that person is looking tasty, you know? Like, that person is like, it's just popping, and I just want to be with that person for the sexual benefits to it, you know? Some people get married for the wrong reasons, like they're lonely and this person happens to be there. You know, like, that actually happens, especially to like older women. They're like, oh, I'm lonely and biological clock is ticking, and they're like, I need to hurry up and have a husband, you know? And so just end up just marrying the first person who said hi to them. Like, I've seen that before, and it ends up being the wrong person. They don't want to be by themselves. Another one is to fulfill an image. Some people, like, they actually get married to be seen a certain type of way, you know? Like, they don't even care about this other person. They just want to tell people that, you know, I have a wife, I have a husband, you know, we have a family, we have a picture perfect family. Like, I see on YouTube all the time. Another wrong reason that some people get married is to breed the perfect children. We hear it all the time in the Black community. You know, I want a baby with light skin and light eyes and loose curly hair, you know, like those breeders type people. You know, they're breeding these type of children, so they're gonna get married to a certain type of person, aka a non-Black person, to get this type of child. You know, they don't even give a fuck about the actual person they're marrying. They just care about breeding that perfect child. Not everyone gets married because they're in love and they want to share life with that person. People get married for the wrong reasons. Why is marriage needed? That's another point I have. Marriage is like the building blocks of a stable family. When you have two people who are committed to each other and love each other in a healthy way, it provides a healthy environment for children to be raised. Like, when you have parents who are healthy, who love each other in a healthy way, they respect each other's boundaries. When those kids grow up, they're gonna have a good ideal of what a healthy family and a healthy marriage is gonna be. Another point is, it's a problem that in the Black community, we have a lot of out of wedlock problems. Like, in the community, we have way more baby showers than weddings. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. We have more baby showers than weddings. And another thing too is, when you have a baby with no husband or wife attached to it, then you're at risk of being called a baby mama or baby daddy. And trust me, nobody wants that title. And nobody wants to be a baby mama. Like, wakes up and be like, I want to be a baby mama. Like, no. People want to be someone's husband or someone's wife. Having a baby at the wedding, I'm so sorry. It's kind of tacky. Like, I'm so sorry to say that, because I'm so sorry, but it kind of is really tacky. You know, it's like, okay, like, all like 3 of your kids is on the front row of the aisle and y'all are finally just now getting married, you know? Like, it's because people don't take marriage, that either people are scared of marriage or they don't take it seriously. You know, they don't take, you know, you're having a kid, having children out of wedlock seriously. They're like, oh, whatever, you know, we'll eventually. No, you need to take it seriously. You know, when you have children in wedlock, there's some commitment there, you know, there's some stability there. And you're supposed to have them in wedlock with the person that you're in love with. And historically, when you are against marriage for the Black community, you are supporting white supremacy tactics. Like, in the 60s and the 70s, in order for Black moms to receive forms and payments of welfare, they had to be single and unwed. They had to be by themselves with their own kids, you know? The only way a man could live with them, live with the family, live with them, is if he was not married to the mother and he was unemployed. Basically, they wanted the Black man to be a fucking dependent or a child, you know?
Wait a minute. Now, if I marry this lady, I want to make things better. But if I spend $1 on it, you're going to deduct it from her, right? If I want to buy a little something extra, you're going to deduct it. And I better report every penny I spend, or else I'm a crook. Okay, now you say if I lose my job, I must apply for welfare, because I can't just sit around eating the government's biscuit.
Which is fraud.
Because that's a fraud, right? Okay, now if I do go into welfare, then I'm just another lazy ass nigga that's living off taxpayer.
You know, have no type of benefit for this family. He couldn't be no damn man. He had to be a child in order to even be a figure in their life. This put a crutch on the Black household and kept the cycle of welfare assistance continuing. Like, by the 80s, the crack epidemic killed the Black family, and the decline of single mothers began to rise. Single mothers wasn't always a Black thing. You know, that's kind of relatively, like, a new concept. You know, like, my grandmother and my great-grandmother, like, no, everybody had a dad. Everybody had families, you know. I'm not saying we don't now, but I'm saying it's like that single mother stuff, single Black mother stuff, it wasn't always like that. White supremacy has been breaking down the Black family. That's what you don't see. But in conclusion, does marriage matter? Yes, especially for the Black community. Like, getting married to the right person and having children in wedlock is more revolutionary and beneficial in the Black community than not. It really is. Imagine, like, in 5 years, like 5 or 10 years, like, every Black person gets married and all their children is in wedlock, and they're getting married to people that they're in love with, and they have a healthy relationship. That's revolutionary. Just imagine it. People having both parents. You have a father and a mother. Like, imagine that. I'm not saying that not all black kids don't come from that. Like, I understand, like, I come from that, but I'm saying it's like, imagine like the stereotype of single black mothers wasn't a thing in 10 more years. You know, that's revolutionary. Versus like, oh, you know, we're sexually free and marriage is not a concept. In the black community, that's actually nothing new.
5 other men who have multiple children with different women. Nathaniel, stand up. How many children?
28.
How many women?
16.
Terrence?
4
4.
children,
With?
2 different women.
Ryan?
Almost 5 children with 4.
Almost 5.
Yes, I
now
have
talk
another.
to me about an almost 5.
I have another baby due November 22nd.
So 4 children,
4 children.
How many
with
mothers?
4 different women.
4 different women,
Yes.
and you got a baby on the way. Okay.
You know, that's actually kind of expected. When you're against marriage for the black community, you're not being revolutionary. You're simply accepting the cultural oppressive detriment that was designed for you, hand designed for you 60 years ago. They always wanted us to be single mothers. They always wanted the men to not pick up their responsibilities and be fathers. They always wanted to break our families down. And when we go back to our traditional ways and actually valuing marriage and actually purposely not having children out of wedlock, we're actually helping our community. Don't listen to a lot of people who are telling you, oh, you know, it's revolutionary that you're not participating in marriage and you're black and you're being sexually free and none of that stuff. That's actually the stereotype. That's actually the stereotype for us to not have any type of traditional family ties. That's what they want us to do. You know, like, you're not doing anything different. You're doing something that's expected. Black women, we're expected to have babies with multiple niggas by the age of 30. And you being sexually free and having these babies isn't anything different, you know? And another thing too is for my college viewers or whatever, like, be careful when you're in college. They encourage that bullshit of sexual freedom, but they don't know that sometimes leads you into being a single mother. And I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. Like, these increases of college baby mamas. I've seen it. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be careful. And there's nothing revolutionary of especially what white feminists is trying to lead us into doing. You know, white women always were able to be looked at as mothers and as wives. You know, we never were. Right now, we're not. We're not. Black women were expected to be baby mamas, like I said, and the men are suspected to be very irresponsible. I'm not trying to be hurtful. I'm just trying to be real.